What could be more outrageous in these troubling economic times than a super yacht? Why, a Terra Yacht, which is the term used for boats that are even larger than super, mega, or giga yachts. The latest luxury yacht to reach the market is Pangeos, named after Pangaea, a supercontinent that flourished from 200 million to 335 million years ago. And if you think that's a lot of money, wait till you hear about how much it will cost to build it. $8 billion. What is so extraordinary about this gigantic structure? And is this even possible to build? If so, when will it be ready to set sail? Let's find out. Make sure to stay until the end to get the full scoop about this Terra Yacht. Pier Paolo Lazzarini returns with a new, massive $8 billion Terra Yacht idea that is twice the size of the Roman Colosseum. The Pangeos, a turtle-shaped ship, is anticipated to be 550 meters long and 610 meters broad at its widest point. If built, this Terra Yacht would surpass all previous records for size for floating structures. At its peak, Pangeos would be capable of hosting up to 60,000 guests, a floating city for ultra-high net worths. Guests can unwind by staying in one of the many hotels, exploring its plethora of shopping centers, parks, beach clubs, resorts, as well as ship and aircraft ports, according to Italian design studio Lazzarini. Lazzarini has established a reputation in recent years for creating some of the industry's most audacious, fantastical concepts, such as flying ships, enormous onboard garages, and future ships that push the limits of imagination. Who better to design a turtle-shaped vessel large enough to hold an entire city than Lazzarini Design Studio? The innovative Italian company, famed for creating flying superyachts and other futuristic seaports, has just shown a massive Terra Yacht concept that can hold tens of thousands of seafarers. The Pangaea supercontinent, which existed millions of years ago during the late Paleozoic and early Mesozoic eras, is commemorated by the name Pangeos. It would also cover a considerable portion of the ocean, like its namesake. The behemoth is 2,000 feet wide at its widest point in the wings and 1,800 feet long overall. The largest floating structure in the world would be created if it were erected. Pangeos, a city divided into blocks with a port and central square from which other structures spiral. Aircraft landing areas would be in an upper shell region that was surrounded by gardens. The steel hull, which is made up of 30,000 distinct cells, would aid in keeping Pangeos afloat. The Terra Turtle has an almost limitless supply of green energy, allowing it to sail non-stop around the globe without emitting any pollutants. Solar panels all over the ship provide clean solar energy for the propulsion system and hotel loads. Pangeos has 9 16,800 horsepower electric motors that allowed it to cruise at a top speed of 5 knots. The waves and wind may also provide the wings with additional power. Pushed from a jet drive transmission, the Terra structure will be able to cruise at a speed of 5 knots, Lazzarini said. While sailing, the large wings will gain energy from the breaking of the waves, and Pangeos will cruise perpetually without emissions around the planet Earth's seas. Further, the rooftop area is lined with solar panels, which provide part of the necessary clean energy to power the Terra Yacht, the design studio says. On board, Pangeos resembles a hybrid of a metropolis, a cruise ship, and a 5-star resort. According to Lazzarini, she can house up to 60,000 visitors using a mix of villas and flats. A rooftop mall, extensive gardens, many pools, and a huge beach club are further highlights. Of course, the boat has helipads, hangars, and marinas for storing helicopters, toys, and tenders. There will be a wide range of luxurious dwellings available for guests to stay in, from apartments and homes to super villas and royal palaces. According to Lazzarini, users will be able to collect certain content and access the virtual properties with their credentials. The watercraft's virtual areas can also be bought as part of an NFT collection, and users can collect particular material and gain access to the virtual properties using their login credentials. In the event of a legitimate construction, the same credentials will also serve as a property deposit. Given that if funded, this will grow to the largest floating structure ever constructed, it makes sense why it's so expensive. It would be 550 meters, or 1,800 feet long, and 610 meters, or 2,000 feet wide. Resembling the hideout of a Bond villain, Lazzarini claims that Pangeos is fitted with 9 HTS engines. The 16,800 horsepower of each entire electric motor, which is driven by a variety of inboard energy sources, is available. The Terra structure can travel at 5 knots when propelled by a jet drive transmission. Pangeos will constantly cruise without emitting any emissions throughout the oceans of the planet Earth. While sailing, the huge wings will receive energy from the breaking of the waves. Additionally, solar panels cover the rooftop area, contributing to the clean energy needed to run the Terra Yacht. The design team asserts that it may employ wings to travel without using a lot of energy, making this superstructure extremely eco-conscious. Lazzarini stated that the Terra Yacht needs a Terra ship yard for the purpose of construction. Essentially, Pangeos is too large to be built in an existing yard and would require a specialized facility. A probable location has been suggested as Saudi Arabia. According to the designers, the ship could be produced for $8 billion and delivered in 8 years. To develop it, too, would require a unique location that doesn't already exist. Saudi Arabia has been proposed as the destination by the designers. Before construction could start, about 1 square kilometer of sea would need to be dredged, and a circular dam would need to be built. The optimum location has been identified by the designers as an area near King Abdullah Port, located 81 miles north of Jeddah. Lazzarini has also come up with a plan to launch Pangeos in the metaverse in order to raise some of the necessary money. If Pangeos is successful, you can use cryptocurrencies to purchase a virtual property known as an NFT, which will serve as a deposit for the physical property. They are hopeful that the ambitious plan, which dates back to 2009, will soon materialize after a crowdfunding campaign tied to NFT that sold virtual berths aboard the vessel. If realized, the project would reportedly take an incredible 8 years to complete. The Terra Turtle would just cruise about, making the voyage the destination, rather than operating out of a certain port or having a predetermined schedule. Once more, ideal for a Bond villain. Pier Paolo Lazzarini hopes Pangeos, which is presently only a computer animation, could soon evolve into something more. An estimated $8 billion and an 8-year construction schedule are required to build the Terra Yacht, the largest edifice ever erected on Earth. The designer has started a crowdsourcing campaign on the Terra Yacht page. Lazzarini anticipates that work will begin in 2033 and take 8 years to complete. Wish to witness it from the water? A crowdfunding project enables you to purchase anything via NFT, ranging from a virtual entrance ticket at about $16 to a VIP apartment at about $169. That is, of course, for a virtual apartment. But if you want to purchase a real one, you may use that money as a deposit. Wow! This Terra Yacht seems to be extremely extravagant. If this structure ever gets built, will you take a visit? Let us know your thoughts regarding this Terra Yacht in the comments below. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to give a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.